Hey, hey. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
What's up, Wig? I just want to ask you a question. So first of all, it's great to have a team in China that's coming here, and it was a great game. But I just want to ask you about your personal trip, and a lot of fans are very interested on your decision to take a 10-day retreat. So I just want to ask you, what are some of the lessons you learned and some of the things you worked on during that 10 days, and how can you carry those over into your upcoming season?
As you said, first of all, I think it's really nice to be able to play against a Chinese team. But yeah, I mean, some of the things I learned, I couldn't tell you a specific lesson, but there was definitely things about resilience, and lots of meditation, so knowing yourself better, and the physical aspect of my experience there was really interesting too.
I know you've got talked about how you gotten stronger upper body wise, but it seems like your base has gotten stronger as well. I mean, do you feel like you got more power, more push on your legs and such as well?
I do, and especially feel like I have more control, and in terms of strength and not getting pushed around.
A night like tonight, Vic, opening preseason game, so many guys out, your first game back in, 7.5 months, not counting the scrimmage. What were you looking to kind of, for lack of a better word, accomplish tonight, and kind of were you happy with what you were able to do out there tonight?
One thing that we thought about before the game, was establishing good habits, establishing, a presence as well on the court. Coach Mitch talks about before the game, each of us finding what piece we can bring to the puzzle. So communicating, getting into learning, finding habits offensively into our triggers, and finding this resilience and this, these habits as well on the defensive side. So it was all this. I mean, the whole preseason is like a big practice. So, and we need to take practice seriously. So we take this game seriously.
How about for you individually, like outside of the team stuff? Is there anything that you kind of wanted to do tonight?
Just the same. Establishing. We each try to find our piece of the puzzle, and mine happens to be pretty big. So it's a lot to take care of, and it's no better time than now to start doing it.
Victor, a couple of years ago when you did have some experience with the two big lineups here in San Antonio, it wasn't always perfect. Didn't always go well. How do you think it can work better with Luke? It seems like there are a lot of possibilities with that tandem out there tonight.
Of course. I mean, with maturity, patience and experience, a lot comes, and I'm sure if I was brought back today to 2 years ago, it would go much better. But Luke is an experienced player, one of the best shot blockers in the league, so it's super interesting, and so far, and he's a great screener as well. So far it's felt great, whether it's at practice or in this game, playing alongside him, so I'm excited to spend lots of minutes with him in the court.
Victor, a lot has been said about Carter's defensive potential. What are you seeing from him? What do you think his ceiling is? How good can he be defensively?
I mean, I would say I don't know, because I don't have this many years of experience in the NBA, but he's very impressive. The shots he manages to contest. I knew he jumped high, of course, but I didn't think he would be jumping this high off of not a lot of momentum, if you know what I mean. He doesn't need a lot of momentum to jump high. So yeah, I mean, he can be a huge presence, and I guess his big challenge would be recognizing when and where to channel all this power and this energy, because it's once you're up in the air, you can't move anymore. You're just there. So it's always the challenge for guys who can jump high like this.
You had a couple moments tonight where you probably had a three-pointer you could have taken. You would pump out of it, drive, and then I think both times dish to Julian for the three. Is that something you're being a little more conscious of this year?
Yeah, with three-pointers or any other kind of shot, really. One thing I've learned, and one thing we're learning as a team is that there are some shots. Of course, I probably turned down a shot I could make with my eyes closed, but that was to get one of my teammates a shot he could make in his sleep. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not because you can make a shot that you have to take it, and we have to find, especially when there's time on the clock, we have to find the best option possible. And these shots, it can be as bad as a contested fadeaway. I can take a contested fadeaway at 21 seconds on the clock or 2 seconds. It doesn't make a difference. So we have 24 seconds, to find the best solution offensively, and this is what we're trying to do because this is what great teams do.
Going back to a little more the two-man game that you and Luke Cornett, you were doing on a handful of occasions, handling the ball in the pick and roll with him. Is that something that you've become more comfortable with, and how do you balance sort of your creativity with more of the team identity, your identity?
So are you talking about pick and roll?
Pick and roll, as a ball handler, especially with another big like Luke.
I think what allows us to do that, other than individual capacity, it's the efforts of the coaching staff, making clear patterns recognizable. I think we just had 2 or 3 days of real hard practice in training camp, but we've done plenty of film, and the coaching staff has really insisted in recognizing the triggers, the patterns, and reacting accordingly. So we're still working on it, but more and more we're finding our place, in the offense, in the huge scheme of things,
After playing on the court like that for the first time in 7 months, does it feel like it used to? Does it feel like you expected?
Yeah, of course. We don't have the intensity of the stakes, the high stakes game yet, but it feels great. Of course, it feels like I belong. You know what I mean? And being away, it's hard.
Victor, could you? Sorry. I'm sorry.
Vic, oui, si on veut chercher vraiment la petite bête ce soir, il y a ces pertes de balles. Comment tu analyses ces pertes de balles-là
C'est pas les pertes de balles qui sont. C'est pas les pertes de balles qui sont frustrantes parce que je les ai pas toutes regardées, mais il me semble, avec la bonne intention la plupart du temps, en respectant des principes qu'on nous a répétés pendant plusieurs semaines. Je pense à celle où j'essaie de la faire à David et je la perds, je la mets dans les tribunes. Pour moi, c'est quasi uniquement de ma faute, mais c'est pas une perte de balle de tricotage ou d'essayer de faire quelque chose d'incroyable. Pour moi, je l'associe clairement, sans se trouver déçu évidemment, mais je l'associe clairement au premier match de pré-saison. Et ça inquiète personne parce que c'est des pertes de balles saines, j'ai envie de dire.
C'est une question rapide, mais sur les Jackals que on a vu en haut là, c'est plutôt bruyant d'ailleurs. C'est un peu décevant qu'ils soient si haut finalement dans le stade. Est-ce qu'ils ne pouvaient pas être plus bas
Je suis sûr que c'est sûr qu'il y a de la, comment dire.
Ils étaient en bas.
Ben oui. Je pense que ça peut évoluer. Mais bon, il y a beaucoup de facteurs à prendre en compte et des choses pour lesquelles je suis pas forcément qualifié. Je sais qu'il y a des histoires de prix, de place, etc. Mais en tout cas, je trouve que c'est prometteur pour le futur et je trouve que ça peut que grandir dans la bonne direction. Mais oui, c'est sûr, j'aimerais qu'il soit, évidemment, qu'il soit 200 dès aujourd'hui et qu'il soit au bord du terrain, oui, évidemment. Mais bon, je pense qu'on peut pas, mais je pense qu'il faut pas précipiter les choses non plus.
I think he was just asked in French, but I was just curious if you noticed the Jackals fan section tonight and what you thought.
Of course I noticed them. I thought the melodies sound great. I've heard the songs. I've had the chance to hear the songs before they came out, but I thought the melodies sound great. Some more than I thought in an arena and with dozens of people singing it, but yeah, it's true that they're a little far away, and I'm sure we will have some room over time to work, to put them lower and lower, closer to the court. As on their side they will grow, more and more people will join the group. But my main, I will of course have their feedback as well, but my main interest is to know how good of a fan experience it is for them. You know what I mean? Because it sounds good for us.
Thanks, Vic.
Thank you.
Thank you.